It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Firefighters will spend the next few days putting in containment lines and backburning at a number of fires across the Hunter. The Kerry Ridge fire to the west of the region has burnt through more than 168,000 hectares, while the Owendale fire south of Broke has torn through almost 5,500 hectares. Both fires are at advice level this morning, but are still out of control. The RFS says conditions are expected to worsen by the end of the week, with more hot weather on the way. Generous donations of food, water and other essentials from Novocastrians has filled 3 trucks and a ute bound for fire-impacted communities in the state's south. A simple Facebook request from Merriweather resident Jeanette Chapman resulted in hundreds of people arriving at Rowan Crescent yesterday with donations. These residents have told NBN News they were keen to answer the call for help.
Anything that I could basically find at the shops that they need on the list, toiletries, snacks, fluids, nappies, toilet paper.
Just seeing what we can do. I know we don't have any fires immediately on top of us, but if we can do what we can, it's good.
Charlestown MP and Shadow Minister for Early Childhood Jody Harrison is urging the state government to crack down on childcare centres which rip off families. A number of childcare centres in Sydney have been accused of charging excessive bonds. Jody Harrison says one centre has created ridiculous terms.
There's certainly a service in the inner west of Sydney that's collected a whole term's worth of fees where a family has withdrawn their child because they've moved, but the service has continued to insist that the family pays 12 weeks worth of fees, and that's just outrageous.
It's hoped problems with the water quality at Newcastle Ocean Baths will be resolved by the end of the week. Many residents took to social media last week to complain about the cleanliness of the baths, prompting concerns about the risk of infection. Newcastle Council says a special component which controls the flow of water in and out of the baths failed just before Christmas, and a replacement is expected to be installed later this week. In the meantime, staff are flushing the baths daily. 2 new trains between Singleton and Newcastle began service yesterday as part of a 12-month trial. The service will run 7 days a week, and Singleton Mayor Sue Moore says it will offer a new opportunity for people down the line to extend their trip and travel north. She's encouraging as many people to use the service to ensure it stays after the 12 months.
We have got 2 more train services. Yes, more would be desirable. Different time would have been desirable, but we have extra 2 more services, which is great. It is a trial, so people need to use it or we will lose it.
Property groups believe the new government scheme for first home buyers could help populate areas of the Hunter. First home buyers may be eligible for 5% off the deposit on their mortgage, and property groups suspect as it becomes more difficult to find a home close to Newcastle City, areas such as Maitland and other estates in development appear much more affordable. Buyers could save thousands thanks to the scheme, allowing them to get a foot in the door of the property market.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Jets lost 4-0 against the Melbourne Victory last night, cementing their spot at the bottom of the A-League ladder. Coach Ernie Merrick believes the absence of their captain Nigel Bogard and quality internationals Abdiel Arroyo and Wes Hoolahan has the team struggling to find points.
The stats show that we were like 57% possession, 500 odd passes. But really, there was no chance of us scoring goals. In the front third, we didn't even look like we were going to score. In fact, I can't think of Lawrence Thomas making one save. So once again, if you're not going to score goals, you're going to struggle to win a game.
The New South Wales Country Bush Blues will maintain their focus on the top national title as they put a mixed T20 behind them and reset for the start of the 50-over fixtures, which begin today in Toowoomba. Newcastle representative Nick Foster says they didn't bat very well, but believes the longer format will suit their lineup better. The Bush Blues are currently sitting 4th. And Hunter endurance motorcycle rider Toby Price has opened his title defence with a stage win on day 1 of the 2020 Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia. And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 40, 42, 16, 38, 11 and 33, and the supplementaries are 45 and 12. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.